Illiterate under the influence. Welcome to the online book club where we overindulge in beer and knowledge. So crack open a beer and your book and let's get illiterate.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Illiterate Under the Influence, the online book club where we get all faded while we try to read books. And this month's book is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We're splitting this video up into two parts. So I'm here with my co-host,
Howdy, everyone. It's Mega.
and today we're going to be going over the first half of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So we're just going to go over some talking points, stuff that we liked or didn't like, stuff like that. Also, of course, while drinking. So, Mega, why don't you show them what you got?
I've got a mixture, so I've got Budweiser, and then I got a couple of Seagrams on the side over here.
There you go.
So
I'm just sticking with the
I'll
natty
start off
light.
with my Bud.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We normally have more
So
people
what
on.
you think of?
We've been slacking, so. Oh, just saying, we normally have more people on, but we've been slacking, so I kind of did this. We kind of did this last minute, and it's all right though. They can make the second half. It's only two other people we're talking about, but
Like if we got a whole gang of like people in the background reading with us.
I know. Well, we encourage. That'd be fun if like the viewers read along with us. Like the book we're doing that month or whatever.
Yeah, I was telling 8-Bit that she should probably do this one with us.
Yeah,
One of these
it's a fun
days.
read.
She reads, so.
Hell yeah. That's kind of sad that we got to find members that read.
Oh yeah, I know. Huh?
There's like two.
It's few and far between.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, just doing a little steady reading while we do indulge in our
alcoholic beverages.
So yeah, this one I want to say this one I probably read this one while drinking more than I did the prior ones. Like, because when I drink, I don't read.
Oh, you. 1 second, I gotta go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that for this one, I definitely noticed that I spent more time drinking and reading the book than I had on the prior book. I felt like I spent more time just that one. I think I spent more time like just reading when I wasn't drinking.
You're a little more sober for that one.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm the exact opposite. I think I was more faded on the Art of War and the first Harry Potter as opposed to this one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still drink. I just didn't get as much as I did on the other ones.
You just didn't want to get blitzed.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Let's start this. Let's crack this thing open. If you guys are doing this with us, we'll tell you the pages. We just got the standard, cheapest edition, so paperbacks. I'm sure if you guys read it, I'm sure you probably grabbed the same one. Who knows? So yeah, we just take a couple of notes down on what page we're on, and let's get into it. Where's your first note, Megatha?
So my first one is on page 2, actually.
Oh, nice and early.
Yeah, gets in there pretty quick. Just so I do have like gaps where.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to mark up the whole book, just.
No, but like mine are like huge gaps. I noticed that like I went reading for a long ass time and didn't take a single note. I was just like, oh well.
That's not bad. That's good though.
Yeah, but page 2, my note says Vernon speaks of magic as an abnormality. So I think it's
on the bottom.
I apologize.
On the bottom in the
Oh yeah. I warned you. I will not tolerate mention of your abnormality under this roof. And so I started thinking, what if Uncle Vernon really did have like if Harry really was disabled in some way? Like
He
imagine
won't tolerate him.
imagine like had he come to him with like Down syndrome or something. Like Uncle Vernon would just be fucking ragging on this guy, poor kid.
Get back
He's
under
so,
the stairs.
yeah, he's just beating the shit out of the poor guy. Uh,
Go make your cousin some eggs. That's fucked up. That's pretty funny though. I didn't look at it that way.
yeah, that was just like a little fucking thing I wrote down there.
We got a bunch of abnormalities, huh?
Huh?
Especially you. No, I'm just joking.
Hey! Don't tell the viewers about it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
They don't need to know those specific details.
I got that was pretty funny though. I got page 9.
Oh, okay.
My bullet point just says gibberish question mark maybe. Oh, I can't read my own handwriting.
Nice.
All right, let's see what I put on page 9. Maybe I was more drunk than I thought. Well, all right. So page 9.
Oh, is it like Harry and Dudley going back and forth?
Yeah, but
Or is it Harry like mocking him with like the spells? Jiggery pokery.
oh yeah, that part. That's what I was trying to say. Jiggery pokery, squiggly wiggly. I just said the opposite to where we think we're saying something, but it's actually just gibberish
Oh.
because we're faded. I don't know. I just referenced kind of like how Hagrid speaks again. Like,
Oh, okay.
like we think
Yeah.
we're saying something intelligent, but we're just faded.
Yeah.
And that's the way Dudley thought, like, oh, he actually thought it was magic and shit. So I was obviously drunk when I wrote that. I'm lying. Maybe I was more drunk when I read this one.
A little bit. Hey, but I had notes on pages 4 and 5, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So on page 4, this one was like kind of meant to be like a little funny, I guess. So you remember how in the prior book, Harry gives a description of like of the family.
Yeah.
So it's in this one. It says Uncle Vernon was large and necklace with an enormous black mustache, and Aunt Petunia was horse-faced and bony, and Dudley was blonde, pink, and porky. And to me, it was just funny how like from the first book to the second book, you see how much more vicious Harry gets in his description of his family, or J.K. Rowling technically, because like in the first one, yeah, in the first one they call like Uncle Vernon a sturdy man, right? Like sturdy and like no
yeah.
neck.
Well, they say no neck and yeah, it might have been sturdy or stud. No. Oh, I said he sounded like a stud, but they called him. I forgot how they described him, but it sounded cool.
Yeah. And then in this one, I like how Aunt Petunia's horse face.
Horse faced and bony, dog.
Yeah.
Blonde
And then on page 5, I noticed how so you know how like now like the term simp has been like exposed or used more.
Yeah.
So like in this one, I think I said so. I put J.K. Rowling created simping, and the reason I said that is because at the very end, the second to last or the third to last sentence, I'll be waiting to open the door. Dudley put on a foul, simpering smile. May I take your coats, Mr. and Mrs. Mason? So like
yeah.
yeah, so I was like, oh, she used like a different like not Well, like a different like pronoun or not pronoun.
Yeah, no adjective, no adverb.
Adverb. There you go. There you go. See, we're learning
See,
so
we're
much.
a little literate sometimes.
Damn, dog.
Simpering though, damn, you're a simp. I'm simpering for you, Mega.
Hey, that's how the tits be.
How that's
What's your
pretty.
next one? Because my next one's till page 18.
18. I got 16. All right. So my headline says "Drunken Mistake." All right. I don't understand my notes sometimes.
Imagine you had to have someone else read them.
Oh, I just said that's when Dobby's like being a dick to kind of being a dick. I think when he's just telling him not to go back.
Oh yeah,
And I just said Dobby is acting like the friend that has to stop you from embarrassing yourself from a drunken mistake.
yeah.
And I just put like, oh, like don't go to the strip club. You're gonna embarrass it, or you're gonna waste all your money, or in the moment you're gonna be mad, but they're just looking out for you.
Oh yeah. Hey, would you ever go to a strip club?
Now my buddies wouldn't let me because they know that's a mistake. They Dobby for me, dog.
Well, whatever other guys you be hanging out with, surely disappointed in them.
They're
Because
not Dobby.
me and Double P gonna be there.
Hey, no, don't worry, I'll Dobby you.
Well, you're just gonna magically appear in there.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't be here. Let's go.
You guys can't be in here while you're paying for a dance.
Oh yeah. I'll turn your money into the chocolate gold coins or whatever.
Oh yeah, huh?
That paper monopoly money or something.
I'd be pissed, dog.
You'd be the laughing stock of the strip club. Hell yeah. You
Hey,
got 18?
yeah. So mine on 18 was oh, so this one was like when Harry or when Dobby, you know how like they were arguing over why he's not going back, or like why Dobby's like telling them not to go back.
Yeah.
And so this is pretty much like right as like Dobby's like kind of telling them like, oh, like friends who don't even write to you. And I noticed that like Harry, like he's gotta be like 12 years old at the time or something. And he puts it together that he's like, wait, like how does Dobby know that my friends haven't been writing to me? And to me, I was like, my dumbass at 25 still wouldn't have thought of that. I'd be like, you know what, Dobby, you're right. Those
That is
fucking
pretty.
punk
Yeah.
asses.
Who told
Fuck
you? How do you
them.
know this?
Fuck Hogwarts. I ain't going back.
That
You're
you
right.
got a good point. Harry's quick on his toes, dog. He's little witty. No, he's got Sherlock blood in his
Oh, for real.
lineage. Yeah, that's a good point because when he said that too, like I feel like that would have went over my head. But then again, we're always drinking, so I feel like a lot of shit goes past our head.
Oh, the next day we would be like, hey, Darby, is this what you asked us? All hammered and shit.
Yeah, like wait, where are we not supposed to go again?
Oh, you warned me not to go? Sorry, dog. I forgot all about that conversation already.
Yeah, you're already halfway there.
Yeah. He's all ringing you via wand or something.
That's
Hello?
funny.
Nah, I'm already on the way, dog.
You
Hey, it's like
want to be off the trolley.
hey, it's like Dobby and Harry remake that one version, you know, that Biggie song where the first like the intro is like ring ring like it rings, right? And he picks up the phone and he's like, hey yo big, and he's like, what up? Hey yo big, wake up. And
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
they're going to Cali and shit. Yeah.
I'm up. And he's like, hey, yo big, get your ass up. I'm up. And then he's
Dobby, wake up.
yeah.
That's
Imagine
funny.
they just remake that one, but Harry's back at Hogwarts.
He's like, I'm ready. I'm up. What do you need?
Hey, you know what we should do though? I think for the rest of these, we should watch the while we speak of this whole thing. You should have that Harry Potter skit playing in the back, the one where they remake it with guns instead of wands.
That video is hilarious, bro.
We should just have that one playing
What's
somewhere. Just have that one continuously playing the entire time somewhere in the corner while we just speak on Harry Potter, so that you guys get like some live action video, or
that way they don't have
something.
to stare at our ugly faces all day.
Yeah, just us talking, instead they can watch some like John Wick looking shit.
Bro, I don't know, that video will never I could never not laugh at it. It's hilarious. They even add like the breaking window sounds, I think, like in certain parts.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Oh, he shoots out all the lights.
Oh yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
What's that light thing called again? I forgot. The illuminator.
The illuminator.
Bro, he's just popping off. We should make a Harry Potter sketch.
Oh, for real.
Oh, I got a 34.
Let's see.
Do you have any before?
45 is my next.
Sunday, come here.
Dog, what's
45?
up with your dog?
I know, she wants attention.
Do I need to send Rubes over there?
I know, right?
You
Oh,
really
this one's
she's lacking.
This one's just a simple definition one.
Mm-hmm.
I put haphazardly, and I never knew that that's how it was spelled. Like I've never also looked that word up, but I always pictured it as like half, like HALF, but it's like HAPH.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nothing serious, just something I was like, oh, that's weird. Did you know it was spelled that way?
What page was this on?
34.
34.
It's somewhere. Where is it?
Oh, okay. On the third paragraph, second line.
Haphazardly throwing. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, I guess I'm an idiot. You got 45.
Yeah. So my point on 45.
Real quick before you get there, my bad. Yeah. I think I just noticed on the next page over is where they talk about the denoming the garden.
Oh yeah.
I just thought that was really cool. I didn't take any notes on it, but I was like, damn, like they got everything in the world of Harry Potter.
Hey, it was pretty funny how like they said that they just like how like Ron's like ruthless with him right away, and Harry's like hesitant, and then like Harry finds out right away why they're like that with them, and he's like, yeah, fuck these guys.
Yeah, fuck it. Let me get a couple. I want to swing so. It sounds fun. Do you know me? Just swinging those bitches over.
Imagine you're out there with a baseball bat, just ding, ding.
Bro, you know when people shoot the shotguns, what that disc they shoot up? What's it called? The little orange shooting disc.
Mm-hmm.
You just use the gnomes as that. Pull!
Boom! You just see blood splatter all over the place.
That's so messed up, but yeah.
Shoot!
Like
I like that though.
Yeah. All right, my bad. So 45.
Yeah, so mine on 45 was this is like when they find the owl on the table, I think. And then
the letter or something else?
All right, so pretty much it's like based on the owl. So I wrote in that that if you know how like the Weasley's owl is like kind of pathetic
Yeah.
because that's what Ron call or like describes it as.
Yeah, he
So I
literally
was
says
like,
it right here, like pathetic. That's what
yeah. So I was like, maybe if the Weasleys didn't treat their owl like shit, maybe it'd perform better.
Yeah. You think they just abuse it? That's why it's so shitty? Oh,
Here we go again.
oh, you good? You good?
Yeah.
Oh,
You good?
so you think it's their fault that the owl's shitty?
They probably beat it and shit.
Like, hurry up, you slow ass bird.
Facts, doggy.
Poor owl. Poor arrow. Arrow owl.
And then my next one's on 47.
47. Let's see. All right.
So this one, I wanted you to pronounce it for me.
Okay.
So like halfway through the page on 47, he's never traveled by what?
Flu powder.
Huh?
Flu.
Say that one more time.
Flu.
Poo
Like,
powder?
you're an idiot, bro. I'm not gonna say that. It's FL. It's not even the same.
That one I wrote just because it sounds so much like it.
I wouldn't have said it.
I know.
It literally doesn't even sound like it. It sounds like flew, like, oh, he flew over those hedges. Or like flu, I got the flu because I'm sick. You're the one sicko that just, I don't know why your head went to that.
Oh, here we go again. Hello.
All right, what's your next?
Next one. Huh?
I kind of have a big gap to my next one.
Yeah, I do too. So next one, page 50.
That's not that big. That's 3 pages.
No. But my gap comes later.
Oh, okay.
So on page 50, this is when like Drake or like Harry and Draco run into each other.
Yeah.
And then so pretty much I was like, based on one of these things that he says, like Draco's dad, it was pretty much just like that. I was recapping that. I was like, you can tell that Draco's dad has had enough of like that he's heard of like the whole beef that Draco has with Harry, because like I think he says that I think he says that he mentions not being top of his class and that he got outworked by a Muggle because Hermione's like top of their class.
A mudblood, not a Muggle.
Oh yeah, mudblood.
That's embarrassing, Draco. I have a little side note too on that around that same area. I just said Lucius is racist. I mean, he's Muggle-list, or I don't know what to call it for them. But
Oh yeah,
that's funny.
he's just a pureblood doggy. That's all it is.
Keeps the bloodline.
Oh, my next one's on 52.
All right. I got a gap too, bro. This is right next. No, go ahead.
No, actually, no. That one's it's pretty much the same as the one on 50 because this one's the one where it's highlighting the Hermione point. So,
I think I know what you're saying.
So my next one's actually on 59. My bad.
I hope my son will amount to more than a thief or a plunderer, Borgin.
All right. Yeah. So. Oh, okay. All right. So this is when they're describing Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yeah.
This is when they're describing his looks, right?
You're gay, bro. You're about to say he sounds handsome, huh?
No. Look, all right. So like
I knew
the
it.
fourth, Gilderoy Lockhart came slowly into view, seated at a table surrounded by large pictures of his
Yeah.
own face, all winking and flashing dazzlingly white teeth at the crowd. The real Lockhart was wearing robes of forget-me-not blue that exactly matched his eyes. His pointed wizard hat was set at a jaunty no, sorry. That's not where it was. No, what is it? They say that he looks like a harassed man. And my question was, what kind of, like, how do you describe that? Like, what does a harassed man look like?
All right, so the crowd seemed to be made up of mostly witches.
Oh,
Around
okay, in the
wizard
second one,
age.
yeah.
A harassed-looking wizard stood at the door, saying calmly, "Please, ladies." Harassed, like just because everyone's always like rushing him because he's so famous. So like
Oh,
people are
God.
harassing him so much. So like probably just looks like frazzled or annoyed or I wouldn't
Razzle
assuming
dazzle.
frazzled
Yeah,
dazzled baby.
yeah,
Wiggly
that's it.
wiggly hookery pokery.
Hey, but then the part that I was reading, that last part, the real Lockhart was wearing robes of forget-me-not blue that exactly matched his eyes. His
Yeah.
pointed wizard's hat was set at a jaunty angle on his wavy hair. And I said, comparing his hat, the way he's wearing it, I said that dude's like the wizard Ti.
The
He
TI of
wears,
Wizarding World.
he wears this shit at an angle.
Those are like, nah, he's so annoying. I have a note on him too later. But
You mean poor Gilderoy?
poor Mr. Lockhart, Professor Lockhart. Where are we? Hey, I'm gonna start calling him Ti in my head now. Whenever they say it.
Where's your next one?
My
Because
next
I
one's
got
up to 70.
70. All right, well, I've got a couple.
Go ahead.
So 62. It was just a quick note that right here, this is when Weasley and the Weasleys and uh,
Harry.
Draco, the Malfoys.
Oh, is that when they were fighting?
Yeah, and then like you could tell that like Arthur Weasley's like down to square up. I was like, hell
That
yeah.
part is pretty epic. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
like, man, I was like the guy you want is that man Art right there. I was like, he's ready to throw down right there. So I was like, hell yeah. And then, if you could you pull this up? Because I want to see a visual on this. But on page 66, they mentioned the car that the Weasleys have. So this is the enchanted car.
Oh, the Ford log. How's it called again?
And
Anglia.
Anglia.
Let me see. Well, I was assuming that the one they used in the movie is probably accurate. You think, or no?
Huh? Yeah, I would hope so. It's pretty crazy how they put like that shit on like on jets and shit for the movie for it to fly.
You're stupid.
Oh
Oh yeah, so
yeah, it's pretty resemblant.
resemblance.
All right, so anyways, my other point was
That's it.
I was, I was like, Mr. Weasley really bagged a fucking bimbo of a wife because
You wouldn't let him fly.
no, because she has no clue. Like she gets in the car and she's like, "Oh, it's nice having so much space in one of these cars. Like you wouldn't think that these Muggles would like create such like innovation." And it's because they're all able to like pack their stuff in the trunk. And then, but it's like, how does she not notice that from the outside? Like, how are you gonna fit like 10 people in that little ass
Yeah,
car?
I would need some magic ass shit going on.
Like, she just like opens the car door and like thinks like, oh, like all
It's pretty
cars have a
spacious.
fucking built-in bar, a lounge area.
their own servant.
Yeah.
They got a full-on fridge in there. Oh,
True.
I didn't write this down, but as I was reading it, I didn't think it was worthy of like writing it down. But I thought it was cool that. Well, this is skipping ahead a little, but you know when they take the car or whatever,
Hmm.
which is what my next note is on. But I like that they mentioned how Ron looked to his left. I think when he heard Harry like telling him something, I was like, that's pretty accurate because how their steering wheel's on the opposite side.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know why I was just thinking like Ford. I just thought American, so I was like, oh, like, damn, that's a nice attention to detail. I feel like nothing
Oh,
was.
that's true. That's facts right there.
I was like, look to your left. What the hell? Harry's driving now.
Huh. Hey, imagine. Do you think Harry could have maneuvered that car?
Probably, yeah, I would assume so. It's all magic. He could fly a broom on his first time ever, so he could fly a whip too.
Huh. Hey, on page 69. So check this out. I don't know if you noticed this, but
69. What's up?
mm, all right. So I think Ron asked Harry if he has like actual money,
Oh,
and
and he said
then
that Dursley's hasn't given him a dime since like 7 years or a long ass
yeah,
time.
and then I was gonna say, didn't they like in the prior book? Don't they give him $50 for Christmas? Because that's the money that he gives to like Ron.
Ron asked for it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in his defense, I think they only sent him one coin or whatever. So,
Mm,
what's the most it could be worth? You know, maybe like $1 or something.
I suppose. Yeah, that
And
could be.
him and you wouldn't really be willing to give it up if it was any like if it was actually $50. I doubt Harry would give it to him.
That's true. I guess, but I mean, like,
And the way he said it was pocket money, so
yeah.
that's a little more walking, walking around money. So. But
And
I see
also,
your point though. It's like they fucked up right there, kind of.
yeah, I feel like it was just like a little catch you could find. But page 69, I feel like this is a big interesting point too, because right at the very bottom, you find out because Ron speaks of apparating, and then because Harry's asking him like, won't they need the car to go home? And he says they don't need the car. He says they know how to apparate, and then just vanish and reappear at home.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
the only bother with flu powder and the car because we're all underage and we're not allowed to apparate yet. So that's where you find out that there's like that once you're of age, that's when you're allowed to apparate. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was cool. When I read that part too, I was like, oh, so because the whole time I was thinking, what's the point of flu powder in the car and
Hmm.
Hogwarts Express? But they obviously cover it right there by saying it's an age thing.
Yeah.
Because there is some dumb shit like that. Like, why are they all going on an old school ass train to fly? Like, they're magic out of
Yeah.
the
Why
restrictions.
don't they just all hop on their broomstick?
Exactly. Like, or they could probably make like a bus sized broomstick. Like, they could hold like 12, 20 wizards at once.
Hey, what if there's just family size broomsticks? Just fucking like fucking
It's a long ass 2x4. Hang
you
on,
just need
kid. Hey, they
you
got
just
car
need
seats. They got broom seats for the baby wizards. To just strap
bro.
them
You just see the Weasleys just
in. Slow as fuck. Oh yeah.
that shit's just like it gets a whole minute of screen time just because that's how big the family is.
Like it passes the whole screen and then it's just continuing until you know what I mean. Like if you're watching it on, that's quick. I'm sure some crazy wizards made that before. I got a 70.
70. All right, what do you got?
My bullet point said taking the whip, and I just noted that Ron's a bad little kid. Like he barely
Oh,
hesitated when he suggested taking the car. I was like,
uh-huh.
he's a fucking. He really is like his brothers. Like they're just. I don't know.
Menaces.
Yeah, like he didn't even think like, oh, we can take the whip. Like, no problem.
He didn't think like maybe I should ask
Like even a
or
normal kid, like minus the flying aspect and being a wizard, no one takes their parents' whip. I mean, I'm sure people do, but there's a lot of thought behind it. First, I feel like, especially what they're like 12 or 13.
Mhm.
Like that's wild, bro. That they're willing to just hop in. Like, let's go. Let's
Hey,
go.
yeah,
We can
the
operate.
fact that Harry hops in with him, like no, all nonchalant, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm sure fucking Ronald can
Ron
drive
don't
this
got a
shit.
car, bro. Fucking guys.
Oh, Ronald's flown the car hundreds of times.
Because you know how they saved him, right? Like in the car.
Yeah.
So you could argue like, oh well, it's not that big a deal to them, but in my mind, that's the older brothers, you know. So
Hmm.
Ron's just as bad as them, like being willing to take that shit.
Honestly. Hey, on 72, that's my next point.
Uh-huh.
And so this is when like they start like asking themselves like what could have been the cause of why they weren't able to like board the train even though they had like time left.
Yeah.
And so my point was could it have been that Dobby enchanted it or someone else had so that they wouldn't be allowed to get through, like Ron and Harry specifically?
Yeah. It is. That is why. I mean, obviously we shouldn't know that because we shouldn't have seen the movies by now. But
Uh-huh.
I think that is the reason why, right?
I think we'll find out later in the book.
Yeah, we'll find out though.
But yeah,
I will.
that was like a little point that I thought was a tad interesting.
I like how they mentioned when Hedwig was like on the floor and shit. Like like
Oh
in
yeah.
like, making a ruckus. I was like, yeah, because that poor bird just got smacked into a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I think even later when they let her free, she left quick, right? Like because she was mad at them.
Yeah.
Like these fucking assholes. I took a lot less notes this one only because they're all gapped out. I just assumed we were gonna have more people on, so I didn't want to be. But if you have any more, my next one's not till 91.
Mm. No, I don't think it's. Oh, okay. I think I put like as a joke like on page 74. So this is like when they're about to crash.
Yeah.
So Ron, right when they're like falling and shit, gathering speed, heading straight for the solid castle wall. Ron starts yelling no, and then swinging the steering wheel around. They missed the dark stone wall by inches as the car turned in giant great arc soaring over the greenhouses and the vegetable patch, and then over the black lawns, losing altitude at the same time. And then it says Ron let go of the steering wheel completely and pulled his wand out of his back pocket. And it just made me laugh because I was like, wizards react the same to accidents because they're just like, oh shit. They just like, they're trying to magically stop it somehow. Like,
Just doing nonsense shit.
yeah, like what's his wand gonna do at that point?
And why is it in his back pocket? I just noticed. I didn't really pay attention to that, but
Yeah.
I feel like that's an inconvenient place to have it, especially how long were they in that car for? Like hours, they said. Like,
Hmm.
and imagine sitting on a wand that long. Like, that's uncomfortable as fuck.
Hey, maybe he's got in a really comfortable position for himself.
That's nasty. He has it between his feet. Dog. It's like, oh, this is my wand holster.
Where's your next point?
90.
Okay, so I
But
have
there's a
one.
lot like I liked. Like this, I would say so far this one is a lot more exciting and fun.
Yeah,
I like the Whomping Willow, like all that. The flying car is fun.
my next one's on 83. So I have one on 83 and 84.
Uh-huh.
So the one on 83 is like kind of meant to just be a joke, or not a joke, but like so after word gets around the school on how Harry and Ron showed up in like the car to school, they're kind of like the talk of the town. So I was like, I'm like even for wizards, showing up in your car was like the equivalent to showing up in your car in high school, like driving.
Same shit, yeah.
Like everyone was like, "Damn, bro, did you hear so and so's driving?" Like
You could
that's.
drive now, dog. You got a whip ready too.
I remember
Damn.
when my baby he was still a single cheeseburger back then. My
Oh,
friend,
when I had the little Hondas. Honda.
hey, I wasn't talking about you. This was single
Oh.
cheeseburger.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, you're triple 3x3.
Oh, you're a dick.
Anyways, singlet.
Slider.
Yeah, slider. I remember when we went to Jack in the Box, we made love in the drive-through, and then
Oh,
went
you
back.
dunked me up while we're waiting for our tacos? Yeah, that was
No, you
sick.
don't me yo.
I'm driving. How's that possible? Oh, we're
I
in
don't
one
know,
hand.
but I
I
had
was
one
on the
hand
left
on the
side.
steering wheel.
You're stupid.
they when they were asking for change, I was paying somehow. I don't know. It was crazy.
Man,
Hey,
that
and
that
then
Honda Maggia, I'll never forget it.
yeah. Hey, and then my point on page 84 was like flying the car into the willow tree would have been a dope ass senior prank.
No, but you would die. But that would be a good.
But like for them in the wizarding world, that shit could be like a senior prank type thing
That's true.
because the way they're talking about expelling them, like that would have been funny.
That's a good way to go out.
Huh.
I thought the writing on the wall, like the Chamber of Secrets is open. That's a good senior
Oh
prank. with
yeah,
the
huh.
with Mrs. Norris hanging, that's a good senior prank right there.
Hell yeah.
Nah,
Fuck
that'll
that
get you
guy.
jail time and shit.
For
Being
real
wizard
now,
movie.
especially with animal brutality or cruelty or whatever.
There's no such thing in the wizarding world. You hear what they do to gnomes.
I know, huh? They just be chucking those little guys.
That is funny though. Like they're all badass. Like, you heard they came flying in their car, dog.
Huh. Everyone's all wet about it. They're like,
That's cool
ooh.
shit. Yeah. I have a little note too. Just a bullet point. I just said I want a house elf, bro. Like the way they're describing house elves, like that'd be epic to have one.
Oh yeah,
And I just brought that up because how you're saying there's no animal abuse in the wizarding world, so
yeah. Hmm.
you could just have little legal house elf slaves. You want to be my house elf?
No, I'm alright. Didn't you
Oh,
just hire one?
oh, that's fucked up. But no, I wish.
Oh
I wish
shit.
I had one.
My bad. I just thought.
Typical. They tried to stop me from going to the store.
For real?
They didn't give me all the text messages and Snapchats I got from my friend.
Uh, yeah, I'd start reconsidering living there now.
What did I say? Mine was on 91, right?
Yeah, something like 90.
I just said Lockhart's like an influencer.
Mhm.
Like it was just so annoying how he. Let's see where I left my note. I said so. He said, Harry, said Lockhart, reaching out and grasping his shoulder. I understand. Natural to want a bit more once you've had the first taste, and I blame myself for giving you that because it was bound to go to your head. I just thought it was funny how like big headed he is and like he thinks that Harry was doing this shit just because of him. Like, cause
Oh
like,
yeah.
and I just said, we could say that to people that like do a video with us, like act like if they start drinking now, like we get it, like you had a taste of fame.
Oh Yeah,
You just put out on the drinking unless you're with them.
for real.
What's your next
Or
note?
like, what's up?
What's your next note?
Mine's not for a while. Mine's like my next one's on like 140.
140. I think I have one before that.
All right. Yeah, because I'm like, this is where my huge gap comes in.
No, you're good. I got 114. Let's see. And I said in my note, it says magic contradictions. All right, let me see. I said kind of a dumb flaw in magic because there's so much you can do with magic, yet you can't stop a slug curse. Oh, because that's when Ron's spell or curse backfired and he started spitting slugs out.
Oh yeah.
And literally Hagrid's quote is, "I don't think there's anything to do except wait for it to stop." No, Hermione said that. Said Hermione anxiously, watching Ron bend over the basin. And then that's a difficult curse to work at the best of times, but with the broken wand, that's Hagrid speaking, I think. But I just thought it's dumb. Like they could do so much shit with magic, but they can't stop like a simple, I don't know, like slug curse, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah, there's not like a deworming curse.
Yeah, like, it seems something simple, or like the way they were talking about later on, like during wintertime, everyone started getting a cold, and Mrs.
Oh, and they don't have.
They made that tea that like helps them.
Yeah.
Like pretty much gets rid of it instantly. Like you're telling me that bitch couldn't brew up some like anti-slug curse? I just thought that was kind of dumb.
Hey, y'all pay attention to the rules, doggy.
I know.
This isn't the Wild West.
I only have 2 more notes left, and one of them, because I'm not gonna lie, I just finished like the rest of the reading, like after like my last note.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't really mark more. I just wanted to get it done. But page 135 is my next one. It's just something I thought was hella funny. So it's about Peeves, the poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said Peeves is a bully, but hella funny.
Oh yeah.
When he started throwing the peanuts on Moaning Myrtle, he's like pimply, like I don't know. That shit just had me to like laugh inside my head.
Moldy peanuts too.
What a dickhead, bro.
No, yeah.
So childish.
Hey, I think we did say like in the prior book though that Peeves is a dick too.
Yeah, he's just a known asshole, huh? Like,
yeah.
That's one thing I want to know or be more clear about, or maybe they said it in the first one, but I just didn't remember it as much. But when Harry's describing Peeves like as the poltergeist, they said like he has a bright orange hat and he looked opposite of Ghost because the ghosts are like pale and like translucent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean Peeves looks like? Like does he look human kind of? Like
I think he just has color compared to the rest of the ghosts.
But he's not like see-through then, right?
I think he is still transparent to a point, but he's just got more elegant colors he's got more livid colors than the rest of them.
Oh, okay, nice.
I think that's what it is.
And it was pretty funny, like all the ghost shit going on, like the headless horseman or huntsman.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're being that petty just because of his little piece of skin. It's stupid.
Yeah, for real. My next one was 142.
142?
Yeah. So I think this is with like Mrs. Norris. So Lockhart Lockhart says like that that the cat's dead. And then Dumbledore's like taking a closer look, and then that's when Dumbledore comes up with the assumption or like the conclusion that she's petrified.
Yes.
And then right away he's like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "I have the perfect like remedy for that. Like And then slowly after, or shortly after, that's when like Dumbledore like reassures what's his name, Argus,
Yeah,
the
Phillips.
yeah. So that's when he reassures him by telling him like, oh, I think like we'll be able to like fix up a potion and have her back to normal. And then that's when like Lockhart again, he's like, oh yeah, like I could do that with my eyes closed. And then him and like that's when Snape gives him like a dirty look, and he's like, hey, like who's in charge of potions here?
Oh
So
yeah,
I,
they got a little petty with each other. Huh?
yeah,
I'm
so I
the
just thought,
master or professor.
yeah, I just thought how it was funny how they both of them are just like little divas.
It's bro, but honestly, Lockhart gets on my nerves. Like,
Oh yeah.
he's like I'm countless, or Harry's like he stopped counting the murders when Dumbledore said petrified or whatever,
Mm.
because he was trying to count how many countless times he's like done it or shit like that.
Or how many times he had seen it, and
Or yeah, like just a
yeah.
fucking narcissist.
And then I just got two last ones. So uh actually not, they're not really points, but like on 162, there was another point on Lockhart, how uh even like the homework that he assigns is kind of based for the students to like study on him.
Yeah.
Once again, I was like,
Well,
wow, I
for
was like,
sure.
that's how like self-centered he is. And then I was just like, I was like, imagine having a school teacher like that, like some dude that's like, oh, you guys have to study about me.
That's so fucking
Like
bro.
what?
He never fails to mention shit too. Like I forgot what part, but earlier he's like, "Oh, I think it's when Harry goes to detention and has to answer his fan mail."
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah,
he's like, "I know it's been like 6 months in a row, Wizard bestseller list or whatever it's called."
yeah.
He just always has to say some shit about himself. I'm not
It's
gonna lie, it's pretty funny though, but
but I mean, it was just an interesting one. But how do you like it so far, and what do you think's gonna happen?
oh well, let me give you my last note. I didn't mark it, but
Mm.
it's just when you find out what a squib is. That's what it's called,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I just wrote squib is like being born with a micro penis. Like this, like how shitty of luck. I mean, like your parents are wizards and you're just not blessed with it at all. Like, that's like if your parents are, I don't know, 6 foot plus, like each of them
Oh yeah, and you
come
turn
out
out to
born
be
like
like
5'2".
5'6".
Yeah, like how do you just get so unlucky?
Yeah, I feel that one.
What's it?
Uh-oh, someone's breaking into the Cheeseburger household. Bro, bro. Now, well, uh, I mean, these are, I guess, our like closing thoughts. But so far the book has been great. I'm enjoying the read. Uh, definitely gotta finish the next one while it's still fresh in my mind. I guess finish the rest of the reading, and hopefully we'll be back on schedule a little tidier than.
Yeah,
But
just all
yeah, I
been.
mean, it's good. This is
I
our
mean, to
third
be
book
honest,
now.
I think we could finish it within this week, and do it on Monday or something. So this will be dropping on a Thursday. That's up to you. I mean, I feel like I'd be able to finish it this weekend.
Probably.
If not, we'll figure it out. But
Uh,
I thought,
no
this one was
promises
a
though
lot.
yet.
No, of course, yeah. It's just our schedules and timing and all that always sucks. I will say this one's a lot more fun to read. Like I noticed I could do bigger chunks at a time. Like I think I've only read like 3 times,
Hmm.
like sessions, and I feel like it's going. Not that the first one wasn't interesting, but this one's a lot more fun.
Like it catches your eye a little more, and you're able to
Yeah, it
read.
pulls me in a little harder. That's what she
That's
said.
what she said. See,
Ah, I beat you to it.
Well,
one of my notes on it, I didn't write it down, but I just didn't like it.
mhm.
I didn't like that it was because like I get it, like if you watch a show or something, right, and it gives you like a recap just to refresh your memory. But I feel
Mhm.
like the way the second book was doing it, it felt more like it was just retelling shit again. That like we should already
Yeah,
know. And I didn't
I
like that.
feel like a lot of like Harry's life at home. Like I get it, like they're trying to emphasize it. Like she's trying to emphasize how like shitty like Harry's life is, like outside of like Hogwarts. But at
Yes,
the same time, it's like the same things over and over because like there was no need to. It was just like some of the details. There's no need to mention them over and over.
exactly. And
Yeah,
that was probably my biggest complaint about it so far.
I
I
feel
feel like we
that.
don't need to hear this shit again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So far, hella fun though. And
yeah.
any
Hey,
other last notes you have?
can't wait to find out what's in the chamber. Maybe it's another bullet.
Maybe it's a keg.
Ooh,
Ooh.
a kegerator.
They just got like a dozen kegerators down there.
Hey, that's where Dumbledore just hangs out.
Hell
They just
yeah.
got a beer cave at the bottom.
That's his man cave, dog.
Uh,
He's like, this is where I get away from all the annoying professors.
sorry, boys. I didn't know I'd be having guests today.
Moni
He's
and
just
Murray.
got mad bitches in there.
Oh yeah. No, he's got mad witches in there.
Ooh,
Ooh.
good one, good one. Hell yeah.
Dog,
Hey, he's got the baddest witches.
oh yeah, there you go. You say it like that. No, I mean, never mind. That wouldn't make sense. I was
All
gonna say
right,
he's got
doggy.
the baddest warlocks in there because of the
Oh,
movies that just came out. But never mind. Someone's
all
gonna
right,
comment
doggy.
that like, "Oh, but he's gay." I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, for real. Well, I'd say that's our little review on it. Thank you
Yeah.
guys, and thank you for your time, doggy. Uh,
Thank you. Thanks for reading and being
yeah,
dedicated.
doggy. Well, we'll get the rest of this book done, and we'll hopefully post something online to let you guys know like the drop date on this stuff.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
try to get a little tighter on some stuff like that. But
So we're gonna keep doing it nonetheless. That's the main thing.
hell yeah! All right. Well, thank you guys for joining another IUI. This is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets,
Part one.
part one. So
What up, bro?
we have
What up? Fucking Sunday.
Oh,
nice.
she doesn't read numbers.
She's over here spilling shit already.
I didn't even spill nothing.
Yeah, right.
She spilled the beer on my book. No.
Oh, fuck, are you?
Oh yeah, but yeah, stay tuned for the second part of this, and then we have a little fun poll we're gonna do for what book we're gonna do in between next.
Hell yeah, we'll be doing the poll.
A poll. This is Illiterate Under the Influence. Yummy.
Peace.